Assalamualaikum and hi. We will present about the simple pendulum SFT1013, and these are group members. First is Muhammad Alfa bin Aziz, Anissa binti Aziz, Khairun Zafirah binti Zahari, and the last Muhammad Al-Salfan bin Al-Bidin. Objectives for this experiment are to study the motion of a simple pendulum, next to study simple harmonic motion, and to learn the definitions of period, frequency, and amplitude. After that, to learn the relationship between the period, frequency, amplitude, and the length of a simple pendulum. And the last, to determine the acceleration due to gravity using the theory, results, and analysis of this experiment.
For the simple pendulum experiment. Okay, the time period is inversely proportional to the gravitational pull of G. When a simple pendulum is taken to the moon from the Earth, it will decrease, which will lead to an increase in the time period. The value of G on the moon is 1/6 of what it is on the Earth's surface. An increase in temperature causes the root to expand, making the pendulum longer, so its period increase and the clock the time. The period of a simple pendulum is given by this equation. The length of the pendulum is the independent variable and should be plotted on the horizontal axis, and the period is the dependent variable and should be plotted on the vertical axis. Knowing that the gradient is 4 pi squared over G, we can assume that our experiment is carried out on Earth, so that the G value is constant at roughly 9.81 Newton per meter square. Therefore, this gives a constant gradient value of around 4.0682, and therefore a straight line of C squared versus L as shown in the graph. The result is compared with the accepted value of gravity, and the percent difference is given calculation. The experimental result is compared to the theoretical result using the accepted value of the acceleration due to gravity, and the period of a simple pendulum whose length is equal to the longest length is given by this calculation. The period of a pendulum does not depend on the mass of the ball, but only the length of the string, because force and mass are proportional, and when the mass increases, while based on the graph period versus amplitude above, as long as the angle under 30 degrees, it is a good approximation for the simple pendulum. In the simple pendulum apps that we use, it is a little bit difficult to determine the angle even though the protector is provided. So to encounter it, we repeated the experiment twice and find the mean to get accuracy value. Other than that, as it needs computer to run the simulation programs, it also needs electric surge to turn on computer. This means that only main surge is electric current, and without electric surge, the computer simulation program cannot be run. So we make sure that our electric surge is stable. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, the last part is conclusion. There is no relationship between mass and period. But for a small amplitude or displacement, there is only the weakest relationship between the displacement and the period. Hence, the period must be proportional to square root of string length and inversely proportional to square root of acceleration of gravity By visual, we can look the difference of the graph when we use the different straight line. Okay, that's all for us. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Salpan and today I want to make some magic trick by using the concept of the light. So let's go. The material I used to make this magical trick was a paper, a glass, some magical water, the color pencil, and a tape.
For this trick, I don't use a magical water. I just use a normal water, just like a drinking water. But the main point of this trick is the concept which is called refraction. The reason why the petal was changed its position or maybe change its direction, this is because the light was passes through the different medium. This situation, the water react as a magnifying glass. The light will through to the water and the light will bend toward the center, or also we call it as a focal point. This is cause the image or maybe the pattern will reverse from the original one. In conclusion, refraction is important in our life. Without refraction, we don't have an invention called a magnifying glass. We also cannot see the beautiful of the rainbow due to the reflection. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum and goodbye.